Hey guys, welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's get pretty and soon. Y'all know the vibes. Y'all, please like, subscribe, and comment if you like. Show your girl some lovey dovey. I'm very thankful for any likes or anyone that tune in. Okay. Don't forget we're giving away healing crystals. So all you have to do is like, hit the subscribe button, and type giveaway in the comments. Okay. But let's go and get into it, okay? Because we love freebies. Don't forget freebies, freebies, freebies. So I came up on here. The topic is your past is resurfacing because you are purging and releasing all things that no longer serves your highest good. So last night I had a dream and it was like a buffet of people. Right? It's kind of like I was at my old the a house I grew up, but up in the backyard. And it was like a feast, right? And this feast was like all my family members, right? They was feasting, okay? But it was like I was getting my plates, and it was like my grandmama wasn't there, but she was there. You get what I'm saying? It's like I knew my grandmama was passed away, but I saw her in my dream. So I gave her a hug up in the dream, but I knew it's kind of like she might have been there in spirit because I knew like she wasn't alive because I was like the food was terrible and shit because she ain't cooked. So I really didn't want to be there. I'm like, ugh. It's like the energy was just, thick and toxic. So it showed them like, just having a feast with just like talking about me like it was pleasurable. It's like these people was preying upon my downfall. It's like they wanted me to fail. Like they marked me for not like because y'all know a lot. I didn't have a babysitter, and that's really not nobody's problem. But I didn't have babysitters, and um people mocked that, and they was glowing and they was happy about that shit. I just really didn't have a support system, and it wasn't nothing new. But I realize now, like, as I'm older, that that's not even my family. That's not my real family. My dad is my real dad, but that's not like my real mom or whatever. I only realized that once I had got older. Even though I always felt that, even though I always knew up in my heart, that's what it was, because I always felt like an outcast. And the way my mom, I used to feel her like going to compete and going to competition with me. So I knew a lot of that wasn't normal, and I didn't have like that type of relationship with her. You know what I'm saying? You know how you have like a mother daughter, like you feel like I never felt that in my life, like never ever in my life. So I knew so my dad was wound up being up in a dream, and I goes, I don't know. It was like I was asking someone to take me somewhere, and it was like a in-law was like uh make kind of like lying, trying to it was like she could have done the favor for me, but she was happy to tell me no. It's like she thought like it was gonna hurt me to where it was gonna bind me or something, or slow me down a bit in life or something. So what she thought I needed from her, I didn't even need from her. She's like, oh yeah, we got plans. No, 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 we can't do it. She thought I had needed her to watch my kids or something. No, because that was a focal point. It's like people use my weakness and they ran with it. That's what they thought. They thought my weakness was going to destroy me, but it didn't do shit but make me go harder, and I elevate through that. And Like, damn well I really don't need no babysitter now. Like my kid's big enough now. But if I really wanted to start going outside, I really can go outside. They big enough now. You feel me? I choose not to. So this is how I know I just time travel to my past. You know what I'm saying? I try and travel to my past or something that could have been going on behind the scenes. So the ancestors showed me these people like how they used to gloat over me, feast over me. Like baby, I would be like the number one topic. Okay, these people put all type of spell work. What you say and speak, manifested, and yeah, baby, it was like to root to a lot of fuckery shit that was manifesting. See, when I wasn't unconscious of it, I would see now to this stuff going on because you be living up in your struggles. You be just trying to live your own life, just trying to get back. But then once I started getting woke and conscious, when God started waking me up, once I started blocking these people, binding them, life started getting a hell of a lot better. Once God started revealing secrets, a lot of you is getting purging, and God is showing you secrets and things that was going on behind the scenes. You even getting awakening to things that might have, happened up in your past, the reasons behind it. No, it's like you getting confirmation. um So I remember like when I was telling her that my dad was right there up there, whatever. Like my daddy was right there. And he was just like, well, I see that they could have helped you, but they never did. I felt like when my dad was alive, he saw it a lot, but he just did not know how much. But now I know he see, now that he's up on the other side, he just see how much of the darkness it was, how much of the evil it was. And I seen him. I was going up the stairs and I was going down the stairs and I was crying to him. I'm like, Daddy, this the type of stuff. I was like, I see why people kill themselves. Like, I see why people commit suicide because growing up in a family like this, you will want to kill yourself, you know? And I was like, but I won't. I love life. I fight because you are what you manifest. Remember that. So I was conscious. I was very aware and conscious of my words. And I'm like, no, but that's why I wanted life. And I'm gonna keep going and I'm gonna keep on elevating and I'm gonna keep on proving people wrong, you know, through God, I have it all. And I was like, well, Dad, you was the only person I had while you were here. And he pretty much was like, as I was going up and stopping now, I was looking down at him. He was pretty much saying like, he was sorry, and how things fit to keep getting better for me and just to keep going. He pretty much confirmed it, like, because he never told me that secret. Even when I had came to him and asked him, he wouldn't give me a yes or a no answer. I'm like, is that my real mom? He wouldn't give me a yes or a no answer. And the last like time, like I was up in the hospital with him, I had told my twin something, and it was like they had did something where, like literally, I supposed to have went back. I think they thought like he might was gonna reveal something to me, and they just got rid of him. And it's like he now see a lot of shit. Like he had so much hate going on during his death. It was kind of sickening. So it was just a lot going on. And like they ain't even giving him no repass. They ain't never, they didn't do nothing, but they took his money. Fucking on his fucking on his old bitch and all type of weird shit. You feel me? So that was just a lot. And it's like secrets is being exposed. You know, I'm purging to release, in order to move forward. So that's why this whole week, the past has been resurfacing. I've been having consistent dreams every fucking night. Whether I might see my future, I might see my past, I might see, but God is saying that these things are happening so because it's being released from out of me. Like those things were suppressed deep down inside of me. Have you ever seen the movie It? And they had to go back. They all had to go back and face their fears of what happened and the terrors that happened up in their life. See, they all had dealt with some type of demon and some type of force. And my daddy, we used to always talk about the movie It, and he knew it was so significant to me, but I couldn't really understand it when he would tell me that, like, what I'm going through is like the movie It, and that's what it is. I'm facing the traumas and the demons that was up in my life. You know, I'm no longer hiding from it, running from it in fear of it, because we taught to be quiet, shut up, don't speak your truth. And then I had got gang stalked so much by my own family. Like a lot of that was they doing, but they were sending other people towards me too. A lot of that with even trying to harm me, give me sex trafficking and all that other shit. That was they doing. That was all family members that was tied to that shit. Or well, like supposed to be family members, but they all tied in together. They all still real close. So you get what I'm saying? The goal was to kill me, but God had another plan for me. You know, they set up traps many times to try to get me harmed. They set up traps to keep me miserable. They set up traps to keep me blind. This was very demonic ass shit. This is shit that you wouldn't think people would do, but this shit happen every day. And you wouldn't think this from these people. These are church going people. These are people who supposed to be deacons and shit, but these people are the same people who have definitely two different lives, like sex addictions, all type of weird ass shit that these people have, you know, and they was out to destroy me. But now I'm releasing that shit, you know. So I stayed silent for a lot because I was in fear. They did a lot of shit, but now by me releasing it, God been freeing me. And by me releasing it, that's when God really started protecting me. When I speak my truth, because God was telling me to expose them. Because sometimes God be wanting to break generation curses up in your life. Break that spell work off you and your kids. I was born into this shit. You know what I'm saying? I was born into chaos. I was born into confusion. I was born into lies. I was born into deceit. I was born into um things that didn't serve me. Right? So this is what's happening. So my story ain't no different from the next person. The only thing that make me different is because I'm standing in my power. I'm speaking my truth and I'm growing through the pain, right? Life lessons. Now I'm able to talk about it. And whether these people feel uncomfortable because I rattle they demons or I rattle something that's going on with them, that's up on them. That's the healing work that they might need to do. But I do this for me, for my soul to stay clear, to stay pure. A person like me, the things I might have experienced, people become, what I'm saying, dealing with sex addiction and on drugs, but God to be the glory. Did none of that affect me up in my life? I'm nothing like that. I still got a pure heart. I'm not promiscuous. I'm not, you know, nothing. I'm not of hate. And that's only due to God's grace and favor upon my life. But I am wise now. I am aware now. I can teach others who might be going through this that troubles don't last always. you going through growing pains. A lot of you all could be going through things or dealing with different emotions during this time or just dealing with different traumas that's popping up out the blue and you might can't handle it. You getting triggered by different things, some different things that you might have been dealing with that could be hunting you. And you thinking that your past, those demons, those people that hunt you don't have nothing to do with your present life, but it's meant for you to look your heads on, to grow through it, to learn from it, to prevent those things from happening to your kids and their kids, to give your kids awareness and the knowledge. You teach your kids about these things. You teach your kids about these forces. You make them aware of even touching upon other kids and kids touching on kids and all that stuff. You teach your kids young. Let them know if it's someone, a predator come, don't be scared, don't be in fear. That you are they protector, that you will believe them. Most predators got away because the adult that they told they didn't want to deal with it, so they swept it underneath the rug. They didn't want to deal with that shame, or they didn't want to deal with that energy. Or it could have been someone who they was fucking with, and they just wanted to stay with the person. That's how fucked up some motherfuckers be. You feel me? But this is shit that people face in battle. No, luckily I ain't never had like one of my moms or some boyfriends to touch on me. I ain't never had to deal with that type of shit. I can't say she never brought like mans and shit around us like that. You feel me? And the one she did, she knew that she could trust them around her kids. Very strong discernment. No, and I'm the same way with my kids. I don't bring. That's why I don't date. I don't do none of that. I don't bring men around my kids. And if I do, I know I got strong discernment to know like that person is nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Nothing of no child molester or shit like that. You grow through things. You learn through things. You heal through things. You know. These people who inflict that type of shit up on them, when they have all that demonic shit up in them, they because they had a fucked up past, and they just repeated cycles and put that shit up on you. They could have dealt with abuse. They could have dealt with all type of weird ass shit, you know. But you stop the shit. It's like that generation curse stopped with you. You know what I'm saying? You didn't do the same to your kids. That's how you break curses. You grow from it. You heal from it. you know. But a lot of shit that I dealt with, my brothers and sisters didn't have to deal with. But I only understand that now because I'm not really her child. You know what I'm saying? I'm thankful for the roof over my head, but my daddy paid for that. I wonder why my mom she will never spend a penny on a motherfucker. Like literally. No. My daddy took care of me, you know. But I didn't understand that. But I do feel like I had a right to know that about my past. To keep that from someone and the things that they dealt with, it gives them the confirmation of why they dealt with that type of trauma and abuse. These people be of cults and all type of shit. They don't want to sacrifice you and shit. And they gonna want to sacrifice the one that's not of theirs. Sometimes they breed you up in a family just for that. I always felt like that since I was older, but God had always was preparing me. I always knew that they was going to try to sacrifice me. The ancestors told me that since I was younger, and I couldn't believe like I have nightmares of it when I was a kid, but I would always be like escaping it, like what I did. But all these people gonna have to pay up in these seasons. It's judgment season. Everyone gonna have to pay for their sins from their wrongdoings and how they mishandle a children one. You know, people would have life insurance policies upon you. They would think it's an easy lick. They would think you're an easy target. They don't give a fuck about your soul or nothing. That is the ways of people sacrifice you. To God be the glory. No weapon formed against me shall prosper, against me or my children. To God be the glory. God will take you to the wilderness and bring you out. So a lot of you all got a powerful calling upon your life. A lot of these people wonder why the things that they're doing, the spell work that they're doing, the sickness that they put upon you. Some of these people want to mentally drive you insane to keep you up in a depressed energy. They don't want you of a high vibration. If you stay depressed, you will start getting sick and it causes disease. Okay, stress, anxiety, all that shit causes disease in the body, inflammation up in the body, forms mucus in the body, which cause cancer of the body. So a lot of them want to keep you up in that low vibration energy, keep you mentally bind, so you can speak bad affirmations over your life. I don't want to be here. I'm not worthy. I'm not deserving to live this life. I'm here to tell you, get your mind back. Take your power back from these people. A lot of us is born into past lives cycle. The family who you could be born into could literally be a person that was to be in your past life who was your enemy who tried to kill you, but you wound up being born in or somehow intertwined with that same energy, and you wonder why you at rivals with your mom or rivals with your brother or why rivals with your sister, because that could have been a past life enemy. It's crazy how the spiritual shit work. That's why you need to get very spiritually in tune and being woke. You are spiritual. You are a vessel. You can't just we living up in a world where consciousness is rising so quickly and rapidly, and knowledge is everywhere, and knowledge is power. Now you can literally go search and learn and grow and get that kundalini awakening. You know what I'm saying? So you can really start knowing thyself, to be in tune with thyself, to be in touch with self, spiritually grow. And as you start doing the healing work, the enemy, God will destroy all your enemies. Once you start getting out that space of not being worthy, now you know you worthy of this thing. Now you fighting for life. That start reversing that curse up off you. Now these people have no power over you. All they can do is try to come to you, be in your psyche or some shit like that, but they can't come near you. They can't come near you. And then you're gonna be so much divinely protected that even the words that they speak won't even manifest. It'll boomerang go right back up on them 10 times hard. Spiritual warfare is a real thing. Spiritual warfare is a real thing. You could move up in a way of some type of righteousness where you shake people demons. They hate when you come in the room because you pure and you don't do no Decepticon ass shit. You not with the fuckery ass shit. You not with all that demonic sexuality ass shit. But what's crazy is that they projected that shit up on you and you turned out to be nothing like that. They thought that you was gonna be a hoe because you like I have the ass, I have the shape, I have the beauty, the attention I get. They wanted me to be a hoe. You should try to train me to be a hoe. But I never converted. It was just never in me. So they started calling me stupid, vulnerable, easy target. So they started planning people to come towards me to prey up on my vulnerability, try to destroy me. These mans, this could be a fake ass brother, a hoe ass sister. You know, you could have hoes that's sisters, and you could vouch and you could vouch it. No, they could be mad because they hoes, so they want to try to destroy you. But to God be the glory. You be very protected. Your ancestors don't play about you. A lot of these people gonna reap what they sow. This is purging season. This is releases season. This is moving forward season. Allow yourself to feel these emotions, but be able to identify with it and send forgiveness. You know, I'm up in my forgiveness energy during this time. I'm not up in no rage energy because this shit that I've been dealt with, but it's being released completely. You know, a lot of you all is fit to come into your divine counterpart. A lot of you all fit to, you know, actually join this, like create healthy families with healthy foundations. You know, something that the enemy and the devil was trying to stop. You fit to build it for you and your family. Something that the enemy and the devil was trying to keep you bind to, you are now able to grow. See, because when you know better, you do better. I can sit out here all day and saying, I could have been a better me. You know, I wish I didn't do this. I wish I didn't do that. But a lot of us go through trauma. I have my kids because I wasn't never loved properly. And I always wanted a family who I can love or who I can pour into. And I thank God for my family. You know, I wish I would have had it correctly, but each man I did thought I was I would have married, you know. And what I thought was love, I no longer know wasn't love because I'm elevated enough, I'm wise enough, and I had learned a lot of experience. See, because when you never got love, how could you ever perceive correct love? If you had a mother that beat on you, you had a brother that beat up on you, everything that somewhat of loving, you run with it. See, life is all about growing pains, and you learn, you grow, you heal. That's if you want to. You can stay stuck up in those dark places. You can use those things be, to become a shitty fucking person and use it as a excuse to become a shitty fucking person in life. A evil person, a demonic person, a fucked up being, or you can use that as a stepping stone to elevate, to help heal others, to bring them through their trauma, to bring them through awareness, to let them know they can beat this thing, to let them be the it, and they go back to the things that they most fear, helping them face those demons. Open up because those very things that you're running from is hindering you in your future. But I'm releasing they releasing up out of me. That's why these things are coming up and just fully resurface. They come like I can feel the energy coming out my mouth as I'm speaking, as I dream. It's coming out my psyche. That's why I keep having premonitions of the past. These things are being released because I'm going into a new season of new beginnings, of wholeness, of happiness. And it's not no longer going to be up in the spiritual realm. And these seasons fit to manifest in my spirit or being up in my physical. All praise to Allah. I send all peace, love, and healing. Even your enemies, you pray for them. You pray for them to heal. You pray for them to be enlightened. You pray for them. Okay, you pray for their hearts. You pray for these people as you release them, but you know that they can never come back into your life. You seeing them love from afar. It's all right to love people from afar. It's all right to love people from a distance. Don't ever get that twisted. You can love people from a distance. You can wish them well. You don't got to be praying on their downfall. You got to. You let God be the judgment. That's why when people get judgment, I know that's what they're supposed to get because I wasn't the creator of that. And I wasn't wishing the ill shit. I wish somebody car be fucked up. I wish they go through this. They gonna lose this. They God gonna take all that. I don't do that type of shit. I ask for conviction, and when I ask for conviction when wrongdoing happened to me, and I release that energy. I don't stay up on it. I don't ponder it. I try to stay moving as light as a feather. Because when you consistently move light as a feather, you allow the ancestors to help you elevate. If you got all these things weighing down upon you, it's hard for you to move. You got too many baggage. So I release with light and love everywhere I go. So this is a season that is a Mercury retrograde and full moon. It's a healing season to new beginnings. Allow it to happen, good people. Feel it, cry if you have to, release it, journey it, but face it, then release it with love and light. I see you all. Peace, love, and healing, good people. Take care. Until next time. Like, subscribe, and comment. Love you.